After dropping a third consecutive series, a new day and a new series is here. The Dodgers turning the page and welcoming the Colorado Rockies to town for some Monday Night Baseball at the Ravine. First pitch coming up in 60 minutes. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Leadoff LA. John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr. D-Train Dontrell Willis is joining us as well. And you're probably wondering, wow, there's a lot of people here early. It's because it is Hello Kitty night, the first one of 2025. And if anyone's ever been out here, D-Train Jerry got here early even, because the line to take a picture with the Hello Kitty character, it stretches all the way down that way, Jerry. They're not just here to see you.
Yeah, definitely not here to see me, but you're right. There's nothing like the Ohtani bobblehead night we saw with Freddie Freeman, but probably a close third is Hello Kitty night. A lot of fans line up early to get their Hello Kitty, and yes, I did get my picture with Hello Kitty.
I had to get to the ballpark at 3 o'clock today because my 10-year-old said, Dad, it's Hello Kitty night. She doesn't care about those bobble nights, but I have to get a Hello Kitty for my little one. Absolutely.
All right, well, the Dodgers, they had that historically great start to the season by a defending World Series champion going 8-0. But since then, Dodgers hitting .218 as a team. The OPS of .651, both ranked 24th in baseball during that stretch. They've scored just 29 runs in the 9 games. On the pitching side, the starters' ERA is close to 5, while the relievers have the second worst ERA in that span. When you factor in defense and base running, the overall presentation just hasn't been at that championship level caliber that we are used to seeing here. D-Train, what has been, in your mind, the most glaring issue over these last 9 games?
Well, that's a great question, because this is the first time since I've been a part of this organization that I've seen them play poorly on both sides of the baseball. I don't believe they're pressing, but there's some key core guys that need to get going. Offensively, the bottom of the lineup has a .508 OPS. That's one of the worst in all of baseball. Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Rojas came to the ballpark very early today and got some extra work because they understand their importance offensively to show the ability to turn over the lineup and add some factors so Shohei can hit 4 to 5 times. If they do that, more often than not, they win the ball game. So offensively, at the bottom of that lineup, they have to be better, and this is a good Rockies team to really get going.
And here's the thing, too. That's a tough question, John, and obviously, D-Train, you answered it relatively perfectly, because there's a lot of issues that are plaguing this team. Obviously, the pitching hasn't been up to par. The hitting has not come along. But you know what? When it's a long season, you're going to have stretches where it's just not going to be there. Offensively, on the pitching side, and certainly defensively, the team knows that. They're working hard to rectify it. And with no doubt in my mind, they will find that reset button, if you will, and start playing good baseball. But if you're going to play your worst baseball, better be in April than late.
And both of you guys were here early, D-Train. You were around the cage talking to some of the guys. What's the mindset of the group? Are they okay right now?
They're not panicking. They understand that this is a battle-tested group, especially the core guys. They've come over a lot of adversity. Last year, it was all the injuries that happened to the rotation. The offense stepped up. It's a long season. Jay here, you played a lot of baseball. Everybody wants to hit that panic button when they're outside the locker room, and understandably so. This is the world champs, and this is a well-constructed roster. But at the same time, they know they have to do the little things right. Mookie Betts wants to get himself healthy. You know, I talked to Will Smith. He says, I'm not slugging where I want to, but I like that I'm barreling the baseball. Once they start firing at all cylinders, you better get them now. But
yes,
that's the bottom line. I think they understand as an organization, and this is the strength of Dave Roberts. He never panics. He never feels like there's urgency in there. Now, because they're all professionals, they understand they have to win ball games. So they all know they have to play better, and it starts inside that locker room.
This team has played, especially a lot of these guys, have played a lot of baseball the last 3 years or so. Starting the season really, really early. Obviously in Tokyo with all that fanfare. We had the ring ceremony, opening night. So much energy to start the season. And really, to these players, haven't played that World Series, that long grind to win a World Series, it was like a quick turnaround for them. You're going to have a lull. And I'm not too surprised that we're having that low. And listen, it's kind of like what Rory did yesterday when the Masters. He had some great shots. He had some shots that shook your head. You're going to have some games early on the season. It's just going to shake your head. But this team understands they need to play better baseball. Defensively and offensively, I think it starts tonight.
And to your point of talking about those early season struggles, it was at this very time 1 year ago the Dodgers were in the middle of a 9-game homestand here at the Ravine. They lost all 3 series. And I think, in case anyone forgot, last season it turned out pretty well for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Right now, let's head inside the stadium for the first time. Kirsten Watson joins us live. She has more on the series opener against the Rockies tonight. Hi there, Kirsten.
Hi, John. Well, first, let me say, if we go back to last April during that tough stretch, and when you talk to the guys and you would ask them to kind of what's going on, they'd be like, hey, it's still just April. We'll figure things out. Things will be fine. And that is the exact same mindset right now. Dave Roberts today, he talked about just what he's been seeing from the offense and how he wants to see those guys get going.
The formula is just to have a kind of a clear plan individually as a team and go out there and try to execute it. And I say that when you're swinging and trying to cover every pitch, all parts of the zone, that's tough to do in the big leagues. But I think having an idea where you want to hunt, I think is a good start for us.
Have you noticed guys trying to cover too many parts of the plate or too many pitches? Is that one of the things that you've kind of seen over these first 2 weeks?
Yeah. Just especially more recently. Yeah.
Is that part of like game plan, or is that guys trying to do too much?
I think it's more of guys trying to do too much. I don't think anyone tells a hitter to try to cover the entire hitting zone and cover every single pitch. Yeah.
Okay, so you were a player. How did you mentally, when you were trying to do too much, how did you sort of mentally make that adjustment?
I tried to simplify, not chase results, try to play to help the team win. And then I think it sort of alleviates some of the angst or anxiety or pressure. That's kind of how I try to manage it.
Like Dave Roberts was saying today, the focus for his offense is just to go in there and have a clear plan with their at-bats and hope to do the little things to get things going. He was asked if there was some thought to change the order at the top of the order with Shohei, Mookie, and Freddie Freeman, moving Mookie Betts to being that leadoff hitter, just considering how much he's been getting on base and the struggles with the bottom of the order. But Dave Roberts said that he believes the guys at the bottom of the order, they're going to get things going soon. He likes the Shohei, Mookie, Freddie setup, especially with Freddie back from dealing with that ankle injury, guys.
Yep, Shohei at the top. It worked out really well a season ago. Kirsten, don't overthink this thing and hit that panic button. Thank you very much. And while the Dodgers are certainly struggling right now, it's nothing compared to the Colorado Rockies. They were just in San Diego playing the Padres. Not only were they swept in that series, Jerry, they did not score a single run in those 3 games. And you look at them for the season, worst record in baseball. So it might be a chance for the Dodgers to get back on track.
Yeah, listen, obviously they're off to not a very good start. Last in MLB runs per game right there, 3-12 record. But here's the thing, Dodgers, you got to worry about your business. Don't worry about if a team's struggling or red hot. When the Dodgers play their best baseball, defensively, offensively, and on the mound, they can beat anybody. I think that's their main focus. And again, this team, the Rockies team, are a big league ball club.
Right.
They're going to score runs.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you bring your A game.
The bottom line is, and we talked about this last year, the Dodgers, regardless if it's at home or on the road, they're going to get everybody's best fight. This is everybody's World Series matchup. You saw that against the Nationals with their young talent. Yeah. You see that against the Rockies. They're going to play hard tonight. And you see that with the up-and-coming ball clubs that they're going to see within their division. That's why division matchups are so important, because they have less games within the division. They have to win these ball games and play very well. The Giants don't seem like they're going to go anywhere. The Diamondbacks have a good pitching staff. And we know the little brother down south is getting rigged right now. Yes. So we can't overlook the Rockies. Strike one, do the little things, catch the ball, and hit with runners in scoring position. They should win the ball game.
All right, got to get some runs tonight if you're the Dodgers, as we take our first look at Dave Roberts' lineup card, see how he's stacking things against right-hander Antonio Senzatella. You've got Shohei and Mookie at the top. Freddie Freeman back in there. He is batting third. No Teoscar Hernandez for the first time this season. It's Will Smith in the cleanup spot. Michael Conforto batting fifth. He'll play left field. Then Tommy Edman in center. Max Muncy at third. Kike gets the start at second base. And Andy Pages sliding over to right field. Dontrell, what sticks out to you?
The top of the lineup. They have to do damage. They have to take pressure off the rest of this lineup. You got Freddie Freeman back in the lineup. I expect those guys to have some loud contact early to take that pressure off, because they look a little tight. Not too tight, but they look a little tight because they're not scoring runs like they're used to. So that's why you pay those guys at the big bucks at the top of the line as a factor. I expect them to factor early and often.
And I'm looking at Michael Conforto, 2 for 4 last night. Listen, I've loved his at-bats. He really has a great bat path.
Right.
I looked for him to really get hot very, very soon.
All right, we're just getting started here at Dodger Stadium. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has quickly become one of the best pitchers in the majors. And who knew? He's also pretty good at juggling the baseballs. D-Train, that's pretty good, right?
I like it.
Plus, Dustin May, 2 starts into his long-awaited comeback, and he's been a bright spot in the rotation early this season. We'll discuss Code Red's early season results coming up.
Senzatella, veteran right-handers. First pitch of the game. Taken by Shohei outside and ball 1.
One of the things you're going to see a whole lot of from Senzatella is the fastball. And that's something so much rare these days, Steven, we've seen it even the flip side. Relying a lot on the secondary. Sweepers and sliders and curveballs. Senzatella is 50% fastball. He's got a slider. He'll throw off that changeup, curveball, and a sinker. But really, over 80% of the time, you're going to see 1 or 2 pitches. That's a fastball or slider.
His 9th season, and he has been giving up some loud contact to begin it. 59 batted balls against Senzatella this year. 35 of them registered as hard hits. 95 plus miles per hour off the bat. Shohei's in front 2-0. There's a strike on the inside corner. The patented Ohtani jump on a pitch inside. Here comes the 2-1. Big swing and a miss. Ohtani was 1 for 12 against the Cubs. Having a tough time with non-fastballs recently. He was so good against those offerings to start the year.
I saw the swing and miss on the last changeup that was hung.
See the 2-2. Ohtani pulls it to right field. That's a leadoff base hit.
It's so impressive to me. Look at the hitting position that he gets himself in. He's beat lower half. Look at his lower half go. And then all upper half. Literally, just take your hands and poke this thing 103 miles an hour. Watch his lower half just get out of there. This is all upper body strength. Poked out of the right field, which for most guys, 89 miles an hour, 103 off the bat.
On in front of Betts, who's got great numbers against Senzatella. First pitch strike given to him. Mookie's 9 for 20 in his career against the Rockies starter. That's a .450 clip. 4 extra base hits. 2 have left the yard. Betts has hits in 7 of his last 8 games. Trying to keep it rolling. And this ball is blasted. Left field and deep at the hole and gone. Betts puts him in the book once again. His 4th of the season. And just like that, 2-0 Dodgers.
It's a hanging slider. See you later. You were just talking about his bat-to-ball skills, ability to be able to get on base over the course of the weekend. The slug was kind of silent, though, for a while.
Shohei Ohtani leads off the bottom of the 3rd. The Dodgers ahead 2-0. Strike 1 fouled into the net. Dustin May with 3 shutout and no hit innings so far. The Dodgers had 3 hits to start the game, including a 2-run homer from Mookie Betts, who's on deck. Senzatella's 0-1. Spiked.
Facial expressions. Yeah.
Concern, checking on Goodman. Good. Okay. The 1-1 pitch. Josh clips the inside corner.
Oh, no. Thought that was off the plate. Up and in. Of course, as you mentioned earlier, Shohei's reaction always makes it feel like it's a foot off the plate.
Best. Nothing else, you got to sell it. Senzatella steps into his 1-2. Bends Ohtani back. Ball to right field, hooking toward the pole, and foul. And in the last series against the Cubs, we talked about how he was 1 for 2. Just missed a home run down the right field line. And then hit a ball pretty well. Maybe the Marine layer got it. That sense that he is due after a stretch like that, though. High drive, center field, way back, way gone.
The beauty is the changeup he fouled off down the right field line to get back to the fastball he wanted. Instead of it coming up and in, which is where Senzatella wanted it, ends up just middle and up. Annihilated. Oh, just doesn't get old. That sound.
When he clips you, you feel it. All right, so 3-0 Dodgers, 3 runs, all on homers. That was a pregame conversation, the home run reliance, but they're going to take it when they're hunting wins like the Dodgers are right now.
.112 miles an hour. We talked about his hit in his last at-bat at 103. I love that he does his own sign for the advertisement.
On the ground, well handled by Tovar on one hop. Dugout.
ドジャースの英雄、大谷翔平が再び歴史を動かした衝撃の第5号本塁打でロッキーズを沈め、今季の進化を見せつけたこの夜、ドジャースタジアムは歓喜の渦に包まれた。試合開始からわずか数分、興奮の幕開けとなったのは1回裏。先頭打者ムーキー、ベッツが左中間へ鋭い一撃を放ち、打球は高々と舞い上がった。スタジアムが一瞬静まり返ったその次の瞬間、歓声が爆発する。ベッツの2点本塁打、そして三塁からホームを駆け抜けたのは、あの男、大谷翔平だ。まるで予兆のように、大谷はこの時すでに全身から炎を放っていた。しかし、この試合の真の主役は、やはり大谷翔平だった。第3回裏、2走者なし、カウント1ボール1ストライク、観客が息を飲む中、大谷は静かにバットを構えた。次の瞬間、振り抜かれたそのスイングは完璧だった。高く、そして遠く打ち上がった打球は、ロッキーズの外野を悠然と越え、中堅方向へ一直線に吸い込まれていった。推定飛距離408フィート、完璧な打球だった。ドジャーススタジアムが再び割れんばかりの歓声に包まれる。これが今季第5号本塁打。翔平劇場の真骨頂だった。打った瞬間にわかるあの感触。追い風でも、偶然でもない。自らの意志と力で飛ばした一発。ロッキーズの投手は完全に翻弄され、マウンド上で表情を失っていた。打球の角度、飛距離、そしてタイミング、どれをとっても一級品。まさに芸術的なホームランだった。大谷の打席にはいつも物語がある。ただの一打ではない。その裏に、苦悩、葛藤、そして執念が詰まっている。開幕から注目を集め続けてきた彼だが、今季は特に、打者としての進化が著しい。打球速度の向上、選球眼の研ぎ澄まし、スイング軌道の改良、すべてが結実した一撃だった。ドジャース移籍後、全米が注目する中でのパフォーマンス、プレッシャーなど微塵も感じさせない堂々たる姿は、まさに真のプロフェッショナル。大谷翔平という存在が、いかに球界に影響を与え続けているかを示す試合となった。この日、大谷は全打席で集中力を切らすことなく、ミート力、対応力、すべてが高水準だった。特に第3打席のホームランは、ボールの回転を読み切り、わずか数ミリの誤差も許さないスイングで仕留めた。まさに MLB トップレベルの打者にしかできない芸当だ。さらに注目すべきは、大谷がチームにもたらす精神的な影響だ。ベンチでの振る舞い、試合前のルーティーン、若手選手への助言、すべてにおいてリーダーとしての存在感を放っている。ムーキー・ベッツやフレディ、フリーマンと並び、今やドジャースの中心に立つ大谷翔平。もはや彼は、日本の誇りを超え、世界の野球を象徴する存在となった。ドジャースはこの試合を見事に制し、 チームとしての連携もより強固になった。しかしその勝利の中心には常に大谷翔平がいる。圧倒的な実力、そして人間力、どちらも兼ね備えた唯一無二のスーパースターだ。そして何よりこの男は常に進化する。5号本塁打などただの通過点に過ぎない。彼の眼差しはもっと遠く、もっと高みを見据えているのだろう。ファンもまたその未来に心を躍らせている。ロッキーズ戦での輝きは大谷翔平がただのスターではなく歴史を変えるものであることを再び証明した夜だった。彼の放つ光はこれからも世界中の野球ファンを魅了し続けるに違いない。この感動を見逃すな。チャンネル登録と高評価を忘れなく。